Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Sean Show. Welcome back. Episode 16. NFL Week 9 Sunday football has happened. Let's get into it. All right. There's a schedule. It was coming up anyway. You guys know it. So plug and the show changes. This is the Sean Show. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, every fucking week. And we talk football. We talk football. We talk gaming. We talk news, but mainly in the NFL season because it is a finite resource that we do not get for the majority of the year. It is, in fact, for the minority of the year. That does make sense. So we talk about football. Today's Monday. As you see, the start of the schedule right there. We're talking about Sunday night football. Sunday football has just happened. I am in Australia, so I am a day ahead. Doesn't mean shit. Alright. Show changes. The show is right now a evening show in Australia. It is going to become a midday show in Australia, so I'm no longer going to be a full-time jobber after tomorrow. Let's go. I should have a bit more time. I should be able to watch I should be able to watch football and actually bring some sort of knowledge to you guys after watching a game. Now, still can't use NFL video. Copyright strike has me shook. But let's get into it anyway. So, getting into that NFL Week 9 review. Let's get into that real quick. And then we've got our Week 9 bet results at the end of the show. We can run over those very quickly. And let's do it. Boom. Alright, so Sunday football has been played. Let's forget about all of this news. And let's get straight into it. So, looks like the Bills beat the Dolphins. Ooh. 30-27. 2 touchdowns for Tua. 3 touchdowns for Josh Allen. Not a big rushing game on that. Whoa, very small rushing game on this side of the ball. What happened? Miami was up at the half. Bills up at the end of the third quarter. And then it could have been a shootout. We'll check the play-by-play to check that out. Let's check it out. Punt, field goal. We're looking at the end of the game. Yeah, field goal. Touchdown, 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 field goal. What happened on that last drive? No time? One play, minus 24 yards. Yeah, no time. Let's check out the receiving side of the ball. Jalen Waddle catch 2 balls for -4 yards and 1 touchdown. That's pretty good. And then we have a chain. 1 touchdown. Tyreek Hill picking up 80 yards, actually catching the ball around this week. Ray Davis on the Bills picked up a touchdown. He had 2 targets, picked them both up, 70 yards for a touchdown. Well, you know, longest was 63. I don't know. And we have Matt Collins picking up every one of his grabs, 100% catching. Dalton Kincaid targeted 10 times. Quentin Morris grabbing his grab for a touchdown. And then we've got all the rest of it. Fumbles, lost 1 fumble, so it was probably... Looks like the turnover battle turned out to be even. We can check that in the team stats. How did the kicks go? 100% kicking over here. Missed an extra point. Oof. Oof. Hate to see it. Going over to the team stats really quickly. Fairly even over there. Similar-ish total yardage. 50 less yards over here for the Bills. We're looking for the turnovers. Turnover battle. Interception thrown 1. Yeah, it was 1-1. 1-1. No touchdowns. Even score time. That was the first game. This game covered in my parlay to hit the over, and it definitely did. So let's go to the next game. We have Broncos, Ravens. Didn't have anything in the parlay for this one, but I did have Bo Nix to throw 2 touchdowns. He threw 0, but he caught 1, which is super rare. Should have just had him for 1 touchdown, because he regularly runs 1 in, but this time he caught it. That was my bad, people. That was my bad on the Millie bet. Let's have a look. 3 touchdowns for Lamar Jackson, 2 for Derrick Henry. Like, it's just gonna happen. The odds on 2 touchdowns for Derrick Henry is actually pretty shit compared to everybody else. So I have not been taking it just because. Pro Nix, 1 grab, 2 yards. Cortland Sutton, 122 yards. Look, we throw for 197 yards and we get 1 touchdown off it. That's not great football, especially against a pretty leaky defense over here. I'm surprised that they only scored 10 points. I'm surprised that they scored 41 points, but this is the Ravens. This is the fucking Ravens. Say Flowers, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. Has he done that already in this season? Grab 2? I think he has. This one's not so interesting. More so of a disappointment. So we'll just move on. Okay, Chargers Browns. This is an absolute regression state from fucking Jameis Winston right here. Last week he threw for 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, and this week he just does this Jameis Winston and is an electrifying man and just throws that motherfucker around. And unfortunately, this time he threw 3 interceptions. J.K. Dobbins picking up 2 touchdowns. We had him to pick up 1 in the parlay, and it came out. Nick Chubb, no rushing touchdowns over here. Only 79 rushing yards. I mean, they were behind the whole game. You expect them to throw the ball more, 46 times. You probably don't want Jameis Winston throwing the ball 46 times. Touchdown side, we got Joshua Palmer grabbing 1, and Quentin Johnson also grabbing 1. Cedric Tillman, 75 yards. Wow, look at this target spread. He threw the ball so much. I'd love to see red zone targets if I could find out where that stat is. Yo, 3 interceptions. I know that. We saw the fucking thing. Any fumbles? I'm not seeing any fumbles posted here. Oh, maybe there was none. Let's go to the kicking. 0. 50% kicking over here for Dustin Hopkins, 4 points. He missed an extra point. That's 2 extra points we've seen missed today, at least in 3 games. Team stats. We're looking for the turnover battle. It was straight up 3-0. The Chargers did not turn the ball over. Like, you see this? It's generally going to result in this. How did they go? Did they get points off each interception? Punt, touchdown, punt, where are these picks? Interception, turn into a punt. Did not capitalize. Interception, turn into a punt. This Browns defense really poor. Interception, turn into a punt. They did not convert into points once off those 3 touchdowns. That's crazy. That is crazy. Blocked field goal? Come on now. Brown's got to figure it out. This is the Chargers that we should have been seeing all year. Hopefully this is a good step for them. Hopefully they start rolling and they turn this 5-3 into something amazing. 2-7 Cleveland Browns. It's Browns being Browns. Hopefully Jameis Winston starts to ball out more, because it would be good to see this particular roster succeed. Oof, this roster is... Oof. Alright, next up we have the Saints losing to the Panthers. This surprised a lot of people. It surprised me. I thought Derek Carr was going to be in and it was going to be all sweet, but guess what? It fucking wasn't. And do you know why? Do you know why this happened? Because there's no Bub Means over here. Bub Means was out. He was injured. I just spilled Coca-Cola all over myself. I think that's the 2nd show in a row that I've spilled drink on myself. Dang it. Quick break here. This show is not sponsored by ESPN or the NFL. But it is powered by things. Today is powered by McDonald's Postmix Coca-Cola. It's really good. It's so good I want it on my body. That's why I spilled it on me. Let's keep having a look at these stats over here. The 1 touchdown was thrown to Forrest Moreau over here. Good spread of ball, I gotta say. How many yards did he throw for? 230. That's a good spread of ball on 230. Alvin Kamara, 155 yards. I did have this man to grab 2 touchdowns, I think. Maybe that wasn't in my Millie bet. But he grabbed 0. So and they lost the game. Chuba Hubbard picking up 2. Keep that in mind for next time. 1 interception, 1 TD, only 5 and 6 yards lost off sacks this game. Pretty good, pretty good. Chuba Hubbard also picking up 2 of the 3 balls for 0 yards. Skip the defense. Doesn't look like there was any fumbles. Kick-wise, 100% kicking from Blake Group from the New Orleans Saints, and then 100% kicking over here from Eddie Pinheiro. You love to see that 100% kicking game. Did anybody give the ball up on 4th down? They did. Saints did. Sheesh. 109 yards in penalties, and it was still this close. Look at this rush. Okay. Okay. Was this divisional? I think it may have been. It was a divisional. Alright, well then the score's not that surprising. This is gonna happen, but I am still surprised. Let's not be shy with that. I'm still fucking surprised that the Panthers won the game. Okay, so next we have the Bengals versus the Las Vegas Raiders. So 2-7, they did lose today, 24-41. Gardner Minshew throwing 0 touchdowns. Desmond Ridder coming in and throwing 1. Alright, did Minshew get hurt? Did Minshew get hurt, or are they just looking at the future? I think they're just looking at the future. Ridder. Ah, that Ridder. O'Connell's still out. Alright. When was this? When the hell is this news? Fucking October 10? What the hell? Well, anyway. Zamir White making 1 touchdown off the ground. Now this, Joe Burrow throws for 5 touchdowns. T. Higgins not in the game. Where do you think these touchdowns are going? They're not going to Jamar Chase, I'll tell you that much. This one also helped ruin our $1 million Betty. Mike Gesicki, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. I swear, you could have got $1 million off like a 4-leg, fucking 5-leg parlay this week. Goddamn, but that's alright. It doesn't matter. We'll get it next week. 1 interception over here, 429 yards, no interceptions, no fumbles. Strong hands today. 100% kicking for Daniel Carlson. And 100% kicking for Evan McPherson. Very nice. Gotta love to see that. Let's have a look at the team stats. I don't care about the team stats, actually. I do believe that the Raiders I think they fired their offensive coordinator. Fire OC and 2 others. Who are the 2 others? Get out of here, Luke Getsy. Get out of here. I'm not seeing too much information there. There wasn't enough blue highlights. Let's keep going. Washington Commanders going into New York. Washington Commanders winning the game. As expected. This was a divisional, so I said just be wary that anything can fucking happen. Daniel Jones throwing 2 touchdowns at MetLife Stadium. We touched on this. He hadn't thrown one since the start of 2023 in MetLife, so it's good to see him get on the board there. Good to see him put up some actual points this week. Daniel, and then he ran one in. This fucking guy. Theo Johnson, 51 yards, 1 touchdown. If this guy needs to play better... Like, this is nice efficiency. I don't know about this yardage, but this is probably the best performance he's had all season. He needs to keep this up, whatever the hell this is. He wasn't really helped on the ground that much by Tyrone Tracy or Devlin Singletary, but, you know, he did what he had to do. And they didn't win the football game, unfortunately. Jaden Daniels throwing for 209 yards for 2 touchdowns. Austin Eckler also getting 1 touchdown. Did he pick up any in the air? No. Terry McLaurin grabbed 2 from the 2 catches of the 3 targets he had. Scary Terry. That's all I got to say. Couple fumbles over here. Daniel Jones losing a fumble. He's got to stop doing that shit. And then we go for the kicking side. 100% kicking for Austin Seabird and 100% kicking for Jude McAdamy. It's the academy, the kicking academy. Washington Commanders moving to 7-2. New York Giants at 2-7. I do want to have a look at the standings after this. All right, next up we got the Dallas Cowboys going into Atlanta and just losing the game, screwing the pooch like they normally do. This season has not been good for them. 3-5. They've shit the bed and they've shitted bad. And then we have the Atlanta Falcons steadily moving along 2-6-3. Who we got? Cooper Rush. Wow, they did a little bit of a swapsy. Did Dak Prescott get injured? Slated to undergo MRI and hamstring injured. Oh, damn. If he stayed in the game, they could have maybe won. They did throw the ball 50 times, but Banger with an attempt. The Banger take an attempt. This is this must have been a fake punt play. That must have been a fake punt play. That didn't work. Let's go have a look. Punt. We're looking for a turnover and downs or some shit. Downs. Nope. Downs. Nope. Downs. Yep. They tried a trick play. And they failed. Could not get it to Chris Goodwin. I think that's his name. I don't know. I don't care. These Cowboys suck. C. Goodwin, C. Goodwin, C. Goodwin, C. Goodwin, C. Goodwin, C. Goodwin. Should be down in here. CJ Goodwin. What's his name? CJ. Should have fucking known. That's what it said. Alright. Kirk Cousins throwing for 3 touchdowns this week. Thanks, Kirk. Bijan, not TJ, not CJ, Bijan. 86 yards on the ground. Ton Aguilar getting the ground touchdown though from 18 yards off his six carries. Words getting caught in my mouth. Ray McLeod picking up 3 from 3 for 1. Drake London getting 2 for 2 for 1. And then Darnell Mooney picking up 5 of his 9 targets. 1 touchdown, 88 yards. I did actually pick the Cowboys. I thought they needed to get their shit together and fucking win a game. And they may have done it. They probably could have. Let's have a look at this first before I start talking absolute rubbish. They had a field goal. They had a punt. They had some downs. They had a touchdown. They had some downs. Where are the passes? Dak Prescott was still in the game. They went for downs. Field goal. Touchdown at the end with Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush is alright. Not as efficient, not as good rating there, obviously. You know, Dak threw it for less times and had a better completion rating. Yeah. Tough one. Falcons roll on. Alright. The Titans defending home against the Patriots. Patriots going 2-7. Tennessee Titans picking up a win and going 2-6. Drake May had 1 touchdown, got intercepted twice, 185 yards on this stingy passing defense. Okay, that's weird. And then we got Mason Rudolph starting with the ball, throwing 2 touchdowns and 1 pick as well. Drake May rushing for 95 yards. Ramondre Stevenson picking up a touchdown today. And then I think he caught one because he had 2 touchdowns. He did. Let's go. He's the only guy to score touchdowns. Fuck yeah. It was in my Millie bet. Didn't win the Millie bet. Tony Pollard, 128 yards. Who did this ball go to in the air? A lot of it was going to Calvin Ridley. Nick Westbrook, Akine, picking up a grab. Nick Fournette also picking up a grab. How was the kicking? Ooh, 50% on field goals for Joe Sly. And Nick Folk went 100% on the kicking. You know, you miss. This goes to fucking overtime. I don't know. I don't know when this kick was missed. We can check the play-by-play. Looking for missed field goal. It was early in the game. Yikes. Alright, let's move on. That was a shit show of a game. Chicago Bears putting up 9 points on the Arizona Cardinals, who thrashed 213 thrashed this Bears defense. 137 yards. Look at this. That's not bad efficiency right there. I know it's like close to 50%, but if you only need to throw the ball 20 times, fuck it. No balls. These guys did not get one touchdown. Dunze picking up 100 yards though. Keenan Allen, quiet 36. Don't know what that's about. He's not one to drop the ball. Next we have James Conner picking up 107 yards. Amari DeMarcado, 59 yards and a touchdown. Trey Benson, look at this carry spread. And then one touchdown for him. No passing touchdowns gonna happen. You lost 2 fumbles. Marvin Harrison, where was he on the stat sheet? Oof. DeAndre Swift fumbled it. Recovered 2 touchdowns. How'd the kicking go? Cairo Santos, 100%. Alright, well that's unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. I don't want the Bears to win because I'm a Packers fan. I'd rather the division not be as competitive as it is. But let's go Cards, moving 5-4. Dropping the Bears down to 4-4. Moving on. We're kind of crushing through this and I like it. I like this speed. Jacksonville Jaguars losing the game, actually putting up a decent score against these Philly Eagles. Eagles going 6-2, winning 28-23. Trevor Lawrence throwing no touchdowns and 2 interceptions, 169 passing yards. Whoa, that's low. Now Jalen Hurts did throw for 2 touchdowns. He did run for 1 touchdown. Saquon Barkley fucking eating 159 yards and 1 touchdown. Shit. Devontae Smith he got 2 touchdowns. Come on now. And then nobody getting grabs here. 5 targets, 10 targets for Evan Ingram. This could be such a different, like with this score difference, this could be a crazy different game if he grabs those 5 grabs. Let's go down to fumbles. Lost 1 fumble, lost 1 fumble. And in the kicking side of things, nobody's scoring any touchdowns over here. Cam Little, 1 for 1. They must have gone for 2 quite a few times. We'll check the play-by-play for that. 1 extra point? What happened? Is everybody going for 2 this game? I click that, please. Alright. Touchdown. Extra point. Touchdown. 2-point conversion failed. Touchdown. Two-point conversion attempt. Attempt fails. Touchdown. Attempt succeeds. Let's go. Fumble touchdown. 2-point conversion succeeds. Touchdown. 2-point conversion failed. Touchdown. Extra points good. Well, I don't. There's got to be a record for 2-point attempts, and this could be it. Moving on. We got the Lions versus the Packers. I did pick the Lions to win. I did say this was going to be a battle of the special teams, and I did say that I didn't say battle of the special teams. I said Packers need to be careful of these fucking kick returns and shit from the Lions. And I also said that these guys need to be disciplined and not have penalties. And I do believe, watching the press conferences, they had a shit ton of penalties. Penalties. 67 yards off 10 penalties. Sure, there was more yardage given up there. Let's have a look at what happened. 1 touchdown for Goff, 1 touchdown for Jamar Gibbs, and a pick 6, and probably a field goal. Right there. The points match up. Then we have 0 touchdowns. We've got Emmanuel Wilson running 1 in. And then what happened? We got a bunch of fucking kicks. We got a 2-point conversion and a bunch of fucking kicks. Jaden Reed, 113 yards off 6 grabs. Christian Watson grabbing 3 of his 7 targets. Tucker Kraft grabbing the ball. Romeo Dobbs. A lot of short plays. Bo Melton, Josh Jacobs. Jacobs picking up. That's fucking nice. 7.3 average of 13 carries. Jacobs is eating. We actually have a run game, and we're absolutely killing it with penalties. How do we go on the kicking side? Oh, I wanted to see this. So we got a 36, a 36. That's not too bad. 2 for 3. Come on, Brandon. Come on, Brandon. We don't miss that shit. I don't want to dwell on this game more. Detroit going 7-1. They have had a bye. Green Bay going to 6-3 in a very tight division. Next up, we have Rams, Seahawks. I did have Rams to win this game. I think it was money line. So this one came through. I also had Matt Stafford to throw for 3 touchdowns, and he didn't throw for 3 touchdowns. He threw for 2 touchdowns, and somehow they scored 3 touchdowns worth of shit, and it was because of the field goals, isn't it? 2 field goals right there. Okay. Let's have a look at this shit. What do we got? 3 fumbles recovered. 2 fumbles recovered. People fumbling. No one losing the fumbles. Okay, so 68 rushing yards. That's bad. That is bad. They were trailing till the 3rd quarter. Okay, so Cooper Kupp picking up 11 of his 14 targets for 194 yards. Tutu Puka played a little bit of the game. And Tutu Atwell. Also, these guys didn't pick up the grabs that they needed to pick up. Those could have been the touchdowns we were looking for. Anyway, almost 300 yards right there. 363 yards for Geno Smith. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Who have we got getting the ball? We got Jackson Smith and Jigba. 180 yards, 2 tutties. Sheesh. They can do this while DK's in. My God. Tyler Lockett getting a touchdown off his 4 targets. He only did catch 3 of them. They need to target Lockett more. He's an absolute vet. I've loved this guy since he came in the league. But that was a divisional game in a very close division as well. Rams 4-4, Seattle 4-5. After this one, we will check out the standings. Let's keep going. What have we got? We've got the Indianapolis Colts, not surprisingly, going into Minnesota and losing. Joe Flacco, starting quarterback this week after they benched Richardson, 179 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, 0 touchdowns across the board. How did they do this? An extra point. Was it a pick 6? Was it a strip fumble? Let's have a look at the play-by-play. Fumble touchdown. Who fumbled it? Darnold. Alright, anyway, how did Darnold do? He had 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in a win. That means they did not get any rushing touchdowns. But Justin Jefferson, 137 yards, no touchdown. Josh Oliver picking up one. Jordan Addison picking up one. And Jalen Naylor also picking up one. Aaron Jones only going 64 on the ground, but picking up 18 in the air for 4 targets. The man is just a goddamn iron cask. Don't know what that means. But hey, Colt slipping 4-5. Minnesota going to 6-2. Let us quickly go and have a look at the standings as it stands before the end of week 14, as we do have one more game tomorrow, Monday Night Football. I do believe it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going to look at this any two ways. I'm just going to say Kansas City Chiefs, and then going to shut the fuck up and move on. Alright, so what do we have? We've got the Buffalo Bills sitting 7-2. This division is theirs. These guys might start picking up steam, but 6 losses is a lot of losses. Will it be enough to get them into the playoffs? Oh, it does not look like it. They have a few teams ahead of them right now. Okay, then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens sitting up there. Hopefully the Bengals can get their shit a bit sorted now and start winning games, make this a bit more competitive. It's already quite competitive. Look at this fucking point differential though. These guys are oh man, this defense is so good. These guys just score points, and these guys don't let points get scored. That's sick. I like seeing this. All right, in the AFC South, we have the Texans holding on to the lead after losing this week to the Jets, 6-3. The Indianapolis Colts, semi-threat. These two teams down here definitely not a threat at all this season. Jacksonville Jags might really pick it up and start coming through, but like we said with the Jets, that's a big hole to dig yourself out of, and that this hole doesn't just rely on you; it relies on all these other teams that have fewer losses than you do. And then we go to the AFC West. We've got Kansas City Chiefs sitting at 7-0, likely to go 8-0 after tomorrow. We've got the Chargers figuring something out. Really good to see. And the Denver Broncos also moving along steadily. Sorry, let me just clear my throat with a bit of a drink. We've been talking fast. Now let's move over to the NFC side. This division is basically just the Washington Commanders versus the Eagles. The Eagles are just getting better as they go on. Tightest division in football right now. We've got the NFC North. Detroit Lions moving up to 7-1. Minnesota moving up to 6-2. And the Green Bay Packers moving down to 6-3. This does drop them. Anything can happen in this division though. Anything can absolutely happen. Packers need to pick up this points differential. And right now they're 0-2 in the division, which is bad. They've lost to both of these teams. They win these 2 games. They win against them. They win it like both of these games, very winnable games. They lost to the Minnesota Vikings due to incurring penalties, self-inflicted injuries, and exactly same thing again today as the Detroit Lions, self-inflicted injuries. I believe they were like 1 for 4 in the red zone. Man, like very winnable games. If that happens, 8-1, boom, you're right up there. We do get to play them. We do get to get it back later in the season. But moving on, we've got the Atlanta Falcons holding the top of the board against the Buccaneers. Buccaneers likely to go to 5-7 this week. It's either one of these guys' games, honestly. This division could be either one. Really depends on matchups and health. These two teams need to get their shit sorted. Derek Carr's been out for far too long. He is back now. Hopefully they get their stuff rolling. And then down here we've got the Arizona. This is also a fairly tight division. Not as competitive as this division, but still very tight. Anybody could take this one. I think the Niners have Christian McCaffrey back after this bye week, so they should just start skyrocketing once he's in. His win share is absolutely insane if we were to do the maths on it. And then the Arizona Cardinals just absolutely rocking it. Also, the Rams could shoot up. Like this division. This is a sneaky division. A lot of good teams in this division. Alright, and then the funny thing is, let's check out the conference. What would it look like if we were going to the playoffs today? We'd have the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, the Steelers, and the Texans going straight through. In the wild card side, we'd have the Baltimore Ravens, the Chargers, and the Denver Broncos. I think that's how it is. I'm pretty sure these four teams are in their own divisions. I could be talking shit. What do we have? We've got the Bills. We've got the Chiefs. We've got the Texans. And we've got the Steelers. Yeah, so I was right. Right? I was right. That's what the playoffs would look like today on that side. On this side, we would have we'd have the Lions, we'd have the Commanders, we'd have a wild card Vikings, we'd have a wild card Eagles, we would have the Atlanta Falcons, we would have a wild card Packers, we would have the Arizona Cardinals, all going into the playoffs. That's what it would look like if it were in today. Now, guys, that's basically that part of the show. I don't know what has happened to the screen. How long has it been like that? How long has the screen been doing that, guys? What the fuck is that? Why did that happen? How long has that been happening? Oh no. Oh god. Oh well. None of it really matters. Now we will go back over to this shit. So now if we go back to the agenda, we got to see the NFL Week 9 betting results. Let's get that up right now then, and let's finish off this show. So, for our parlay, we did okay. Could have done better. New England and the Tennessee Titans went under 38.5 points. New Orleans could not cover this spread against the Panthers. The game actually, there was a 1 point difference. So yeah, they were very far from covering it. This is supposed to be red. I've colored that incorrectly. Las Vegas did not cover the 7.5 points. I don't know what I was doing when I covered this. That is incorrect. Cleveland could not cover the 1.5. Miami versus Buffalo did go over 49.5 points. Dallas and Atlanta did not go over 51.5 points. How many points was in that game total? 21-27. It was 48 points. Yeah, it was still shy. Any missed field goals in that game? No missed field goals. Also, no attempts from the Atlanta Falcons. And then to round off this bet, we did have Washington money line against New York Giants covered. And then we do have the Rams money line against the Seahawks. They won. And then we had Minnesota money line against the Colts, and it won. Now, in the end, it's a parlay, so the whole thing lost. So, figure that out. This could have maybe this Dallas and Atlanta could have possibly gone over if Dak Prescott stayed in the game. I'm gonna hold on to that one. The other two, I don't know what to tell you. All right, with the $1 million parlay, Ramondre Stevenson picking up 2 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara picking up not 2 touchdowns. Bo Nix not passing over 2 touchdowns. In fact, he decided to pass for 0. He caught 1. Jamar Chase, in a game where Joe Burrows throws 5 touchdowns, in a game where T. Higgins is out of the game, you'd think Jamar Chase gets at least fucking 2 of these. You'd think he gets at least fucking 1 of these. He got 0. Wild. J.K. Dobbins picking up a touchdown. He did pick up 2. David Njoku not picking up a touchdown. I do believe he had quite a few targets though. Unfortunate for him not to get 1. Josh Allen, 2+ passing TDs. He did that. Tua, 2+ passing TDs. He did that. Jaden Daniels, 2+ passing TDs. He did that. And then we have Matthew Stafford throwing the ball quite a bit. And only throwing for 2 touchdowns. So he just like also just shit on my dreams. I was a little fragile today after seeing this shit. Yeah, don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. We'll get him next week. But he threw for 298 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, come on. It doesn't matter though. Like I said, we'll get it next week. We say that every week. And every week we're gonna get it. We gonna get it. Let's go to the box score. I want to see the targets over here on the on David Njoku. This is the wrong game. David Njoku, 7 targets, picked up 5 of them. Definitely could have been in the red zone. Plus 2 of those misses. But that's all good. Like I said, we'll get it next week. That was the Sean Show, guys. Episode 16 is all wrapped up. I'm just fucking just making a goddamn mess of everything right now. There we go. That was the Sean Show, guys. Where's my sub now button? That should be on. Oh my god. Alright, guys. I will catch you guys tomorrow at the end of my very last day with my current employment. And also we'll be checking out the game, Tampa Bay versus Kansas City Chiefs. Picking Chiefs, by the way. Have a great night, guys. Peace out.